Hello students, how are you all? Hope all of you are doing good, well and safe. Today I am going to explain 7th standard, first term, second poem, The Listeners, written by Walter de la Mare in 1912. And this poem contains an element of mystery. It narrates the story of a traveler who arrives at the doorstep of a solitary house in the middle night, and he knocks on the door several times, but he gets no response, and nobody opens the door for him, and the traveler feels the presence of some ghostly elements in the house, and he talks to them and goes back. So let's dive into the poem, The Listeners.
The Listeners by Walter de la Mare, and the poem The Listeners is a narrative poem centering a traveler's encounter with the supernatural powers. And about the name author, he was a famous English poet, short story writer and novelist, and he was born in 1873 and died in 1956. Having started a literary career at the age of 22, he continued to publish till the end of his life. His writing have an airy, fantastic quality which severe as a means of entry into a world of deeper reality. And this is the the second popular poem in English and regard Kipling is the if. And so this is how the poem
So, this is
starts.
how the poem starts. Let's see. Is there anybody there? Said the travelers, knocking on the moonlit door, and his horse in the silence charmed the grasses of the forest ferny floor. The traveler who arrives at the doorsteps of a solitary house in the middle of the wood, and he just knocks on the door and asks the question, is there anybody there? And that particular time, his horse is in the silence stamped the grasses of the ferny forest on of the forest ferny floor. He was just champed means chewing he was chewing the grasses of the ferny forest floor, and a bird flew up out of the torrent above the traveler's head. The same particular time, at that time, one thing more happened, that a bird just flew out of the torrent and above the traveler's head. That means the bird may disturbed by the voice of the traveler. And he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. So he just knocked the door again second time and raised the same question. Is there anybody there? But no one descended to the traveler. No head from the fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. But he didn't get descended means respond. He didn't get any response from inside the house, and he didn't get anyone. He didn't see anyone looking him from through the leafy fingered sill, that is a window shaped, and leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still. He just waiting for a response, but he didn't get it. Even he didn't get a call, and even someone may come and ask him, and even he may looked by someone in the leafy fingered still. So he just stood perplexed and still. But only a ghost of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of moonlight to that voice from the world of men. And he just imagined that in the house there is no one is there, and it is there is some a group of phantoms are there, and they are just listening him, and they are not responding at all. Stood throwing the faint moonbeams on the dark stair, and that goes down to the empty hall, and he is telling that they just listening him in by standing in the empty hall, and that he can see in moonbeam on the dark stair and goes down to the empty hall. Hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveller's call. By listening, the lonely hearkening means listening. The listening or traveler's voice, the air became stirred and shaken, but he didn't get any response from inside the house. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry. And he was just perplexed. He was just confused and shocked that he didn't he is not getting any answer from the house. Even the air also stirred and shaken because of his voice, but he didn't get any response from inside the house. So he just get perplexed. And he felt in his heart their strangers, their stillness answering his cry. While his horse moved, cropping the dark earth near the stirred and leafy sky. One more noise was there that his horse was moving thereover and he just cropping. Means by having hitting the top of the plants and the dark earth near the stirred and leafy sky. For he suddenly smote on the door even louder and lifted his head. So he decided to say something more louder. So that intention he just lifted his head and he raised the question that, tell them I came. And no one answered. That I kept my word, he said. And so he's just raised one more question that tell them that I came and didn't get any answer and I kept my word. That means he has been visited that house earlier also. Never the least stir made the listeners to every word he spake, fell echoing through the shadowness of the still house from the one man left awake. But he didn't. Nothing happened. No changes happened with his voice. That means he didn't get any response from the house. Only he heard his echo, echoing his own voice through the shadowness of the still house. From the one man left awake, they heard his foot upon the strap and his sound of iron on stone. So he just started leave the place by riding his horse. And how the silence soared softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone. So after when he was leaving that place, they again the stillness, the silences grabbed by the atmosphere. And when the plunging hoofs were gone.
So let's come to the summary of the poem. The poem commences with the speakers knocking on the moonlit door saying, is anybody there? His horse is chomping the grasses of the forest. Everywhere around is silence. The traveler is expecting to be greeted by someone, but no one comes to welcome him. Rather, a bird, getting disturbed by his incessant tapping on the door, flies up to the ground. And the narrative moves inside the house where a certain presence resides. There are phantoms within the empty building. They listen well to the traveler, and the traveler can, to some extent, sense them there. He can call out a number of strange phrases that add the mystery of the poem. Again, he backs at the door, his last attempt to persuade the inmates of house to respond. But when he gets no reply, he lifts his head and says, tell them I came, and no one answered. That I kept my voice. That I kept my word gives us an idea that the traveler has come there to fulfill a promise he might have made sometime in the past. But upon getting the only answer, that is silence and stillness, the traveler leaves.
So, well, that's for all today. Bye. Take care. Have a nice day.